Street Fighter 6. Here we are. A game that refuses to get changes. Are you all satisfied? Are you all angry? Do you all think the system is great? Well, it doesn't matter. Anything you just said genuinely doesn't matter. I mean, if you like the game, that's cool. If you hate it, I mean, you're probably going to keep hating it. We have just received a word from our overlords, aka the devs. Street Fighter 6 devs have no current plan to make any major adjustments to the system mechanics. So let's roll right in, gang. Let's go, guys. So you already know Street Fighter 6 is 3 years old. Been 3 years. Crazy. But let's start with the interview from IGN. Where they're talking to Matsumoto, right? All right. And they're asking about World Tour, the future of World Tour, Street Fighter 6 lifespan, and stuff for new characters just to keep the game alive. And word on the street was that Street Fighter 6 was supposed to be 10 years. Come to find out, it's not true at all. This game could be 10 years. That's really their goal, is they hope it can be 10 years. This game could potentially be a game that lasts 10 years, but they are not directly saying 100% that this is a 10-year lifespan. If I'm assuming by the idea, if it makes it to 10, they're happy with it. If it doesn't, I mean, they tried, but they are not confirming that it's going to be a 10-year project. And so we go here from stuff talking about World Tour. And let's see. So in terms of moving forward, there's a lot specific details about quite difficult in terms of World Tour. This is something that we wanted to continue expanding upon. So World Tour is something they wanted to touch more, and they've done a lot, you know, with the ranked battles for the created CACs or the CSCs. And so what is it? They said, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we want to do. Certain things are out of their control. Obviously, they're still devs, you know. Big Daddy Capcom say, you know, we don't want you to do that. What you about to do? They tell you no. Tell you shut up and do your job. But just because we want to do something necessarily doesn't mean they can be realized. But hope we deliver. Blah blah blah. New players, who cares about them? Anyways, it's like I'm playing. New players don't come for me. But so something they wanted to do, and they addressed here, was World Tour team and the battle team are not the same group of people. You know, where people are over here assuming that because the World Tour team isn't really working on World Tour at the time, they can just shift them over. 2 different teams, 2 different maths, 2 different sciences, 2 different kitchens. They are cooking up 2 different meals. Can't just drag one and move it to the other. It doesn't work like that. And at the end of the day, you know, 2 different sets of traits. So that's something that was specified here. But I mean, hey, they have completely 2 different sets of skills. This is stuff about costumes. They brought up costumes. I hope they can give us more costumes, because I'm tired of, you know, not having enough costumes. You know, just put it in a bundle pack. You know, let me pay like, you know, $10 and get a bundle of costumes. But this is some stuff about Yasmin, Arjun and Bosch, Tifa. I mean, in terms of this, they can say whatever they want. I don't care. You know why? Because I want to see the characters. You can tell me how unique Arjun is. Bro, he got a puffy chest. That's cool. Let me see Arjun's gameplay. But they can't go into specific details. So I mean, that's fine. In terms of Tifa, look, don't even bother spoiling me. We're gonna walk past this. What we are here for is this. I know when we previously spoke, there weren't any plans to introduce any new mechanics, but because you're pretty happy with how the game is now. Of course they are. It seems like the player base, at least in the West, where I'm located, East Side, is wanting some changes to the dry system, specifically dry rush, basura. Are there any plans to sort of tweak that particular mechanic? I mean, we got to answer in the beginning. So, I mean, they practically hate us. And how much do you take players' feedback into consideration when you bounce these patches? Bounce or patch? Now, look, they say they do, but Luke being able to spam crouching MP for as long as he could says a lot when they say they listen and when they don't listen. I don't believe it. They selectively choose. Why? Hey, I mean, Rashid's level 2. Hey, what do I know? I mean, JP for all of season 1 to like the very end. I mean, everyone thought it was a problem. It was very oppressive. But I mean, hey, what do we know? You know, we're just consumers. I mean, I get it. You're the ones that made the character, but like, I don't know how many people got to say it in your ear before. You know, it's like, dude, just make the character slightly worse. Let him have some weaknesses. He's so strong already as is. Let him have some weaknesses. And you know, we can really talk about the rest of the cast, but I mean, it's not bad all around. They're just a lot of characters. Oh, I just forgot one. DJ's anti-air. That anti-air, for those who don't know, you couldn't bait it. You just could not bait it. It would clip you from so far that trying to safe jump over him didn't work because you were going to get hit. You try to cross up, you were going to get hit. You try to jump in, you were going to get hit. You try to jump in from halfway across the map, you were going to get... It went so far. DJ's thing, oh my goodness. Basura. Oh my goodness, bro. Send that man back to Jamaica, to Kingston. Send him back. But let's talk about what Nakayama said. We're getting off topic. So in terms of any major adjustments to the system mechanics, the dry system, as of now, there are no plans to make any sort of changes, which is fair. I'll be honest, Drive isn't the problem. It's the moves that they're using in Drive. Just nerf the moves. Just simply nerf the moves. There's so many situations. The little drive rush into the punch thing that Akuma does, nerf that. That's super annoying. And it just forces so many situations where you just got to eat this mix up, and they're plus on block, and you're just, it's like, oh well, I get it. They're spending material to get material, but some of these characters build Drive so fast that I genuinely feel like no, if I can say this, mid combo, they need to slow down how much drive you recover. While you're comboing or actively attacking, they need to put like set timers. It slows down for a set period of time before it goes back to regular pace. Once too many interactions have happened altogether. But I mean, how would they track that? I don't know. To answer your question in terms of how much we listen to feedback, they don't. I mean, they probably do, but I believe they don't. That crouching MP for years, like, I mean, they nerfed it, and it was still annoying. But it's something that we do pay attention to. The nerf might also, you know, fans make it worse. Just make fans worse. Literally, just make fans worse. And we do see people in the comments comment on social media. Or comments on social media, cannot read for my life. I don't know, surveys and whatnot, and that's something that we do listen to. And while we do take into consideration, we have a pretty large battle team to actually analyze those requests and test through several battles through battle team to determine whether it's right or not. See, they say this now until someone cracks the game and does something. There was a death combo Kimberly had that it was rarely used, where it was a situation off teleport where you could force a wall splat, and because of the juggle updates to her bombs and her combos, it literally is just gone. But that used to be there, and there was a situation where it was essentially you had to eat the drive impact, and it was a burnout combo too. So if you just know it was guaranteed death if she hit you again. You had to you essentially had to get your way out of that corner, because once that combo started, that was and the both check marks were done with the bombs. That was the end of the combo. You were guaranteed to be hit to a wall splat level 3. Some stupid combo I didn't even know existed until I went on Twitter. I was like, what? Pulled it in game, did not get rematches doing those combos. They would not rematch me doing those combos. But yeah, they say they pay attention. Sure they do. Look, man, just say Capcom told you that y'all can't make too much changes. They making too much money off these characters. Keep it the way it is. But I mean, that's our answers right there. They're not changing anything about the game. This is just stuff about Jasmine, background stuff, and just stuff about designing characters, which, I mean, this is cool and dandy, and you can pause this to read this. We're not going over this. We came here for the juicy details are right here. But tell me what you think, because personally, I do think the drive system is fine. Not to say that it's perfect, but I think it's fine. I think the problem are the properties of the moves that are being used within drive, which is that we'll just say, just for example, grabs. Say now, grab should be 7 frame startup. I mean, I feel like personally, drive rush grab is the most brain dead thing in this game. You do it if that's part of your strategy, cool. I think you're buns when you do that, because why? Second of all, many moves like the drive rush into Akuma's punches, that's annoying, and you just got to eat that. I mean, there's ways out of it, but when you don't expect it, that's what you're just gonna eat. But there's other moves in this game too. Drive rush into specials just kind of annoys people as a whole, and there's no real way to really tweak it the way you'd want to. But hey, I personally think they just need to look into the individual moves and tweak it to make it better all around. But hey, leave me your response. I don't want to know what you all think, because I'm in the same boat as you. I'm not bigger nor smaller, but hey, as a community, do you agree? Do you disagree? Put it in the comments. I am out of here.